everyone. Happy Monday. I hate even being home. Home Saturday, home Sunday, home Monday. I still hate Mondays. Hey Melissa, how are you? I know I might be drinking a little bit too much wine lately, but hey, I just have a glass with my cooking class. Maybe. Hi Terry. Hi Mike, how are you? I hope everyone had a fabulous Easter Sunday. I know it was quiet, I know it was different, but it was actually really nice. We had a social distancing happy hour in the afternoon with my neighbors. We all sat like 10 feet apart in chairs on their driveway, and it was fun. It was different, but it was a lot of fun. Hey Donnie. And then I made a ham, just a small little ham, because there's only a few of us. I'm used to cooking for a lot of people on a holiday, and scalloped potatoes, which, oh my gosh, they came out so good. I will share that recipe with you guys sometimes, because there was only a couple of us, only 3 of us eating it, so I made just like an 8x8 pan. I should have made the full 9x13. No leftovers. I was actually dying for the leftovers today, so I'm kind of disappointed in myself, but they really did come out good. And fresh asparagus, which this time of year, it's always so yummy anyway. So today we're making one of my all-time favorite dishes. I just like to do it for me. I do it in my cooking classes, and it's great to serve for company, but we're making chicken picatta, and it's really super simple to make, and it looks so elegant on a plate when you serve it up. And I'll give you some tips on how to do it for company if you're entertaining and you want to make it in advance. But also, hopefully you'll, hey Mike, hey Barb, hopefully you guys will tune in tomorrow. We're making chicken divan, which is like a classic family favorite. So it's a casserole, but it's chicken breast with broccoli in a cheesy, creamy sauce, and it's really yummy. And it makes a huge dish. You could split it up, into a couple different portions, freeze some of it, eat it for leftovers all week. So today we're making the chicken divan, and I went to the grocery store and I bought a big family pack of chicken. So I'm gonna just do 4 chicken breasts today, and then I took the rest of the chicken and I just popped it into my crock pot. And I am just gonna cover this just a little bit with chicken broth. So if anybody's cooking along with me tomorrow, or even Friday for chicken enchiladas. So you can see I just kind of covered it to the top with the chicken broth. And tomorrow morning I will pop that in my crock pot, and it'll cook 6-8 hours, and I'll just shred it up, and I'll have like dinner halfway made for chicken divan. So, all right, let's get started. So the first thing I'm gonna do, hopefully you guys can see this okay. I'm just gonna get a little parchment paper here, because I'm gonna pound the chicken breasts out just so they're nice, uniform consistency. And I have 2 good-sized chicken breasts. And I am going to cut them in half horizontally so they're more of a chicken cutlet. So they should be fairly thin when I start, but then we'll pound them just to make sure that they're even. Because sometimes I get one a little bit thicker than the other. That's okay. Now I'm going to take my chicken. I'm just going to put it between the parchment here. I'm on my trusty little mallet here, so whenever I use this, I use the flat side, not the meat tenderizer side. And I'm just going to take all my aggressions out on this poor little chicken breast that didn't do anything to me. Hi Allie, hey Tracy. Hi, Juliana. Not my Juliana, the nice Juliana. So if I can get this, and you do it just by feel, you just want to make sure that it's nice and even. Well, I have about, see how nice and thin that is? I don't want it too thin. If you make it too thin, it'll just kind of fall apart in the frying pan. And then I'm going to take the others and I'm going to get them about the same thickness. You can do a 1/2 inch is probably about good. Just helps them to cook evenly and consistently. And it's pretty quick. This one was a little bit thicker, so. Oh my gosh, I think my whole body shakes when I do this. Okay, one more to go. This one I didn't do a very good job cutting, but it's okay. It'll taste good. That's the kind of piece that when you want leftovers, you don't feel bad going, or you want seconds, I mean, you don't feel going back for that little piece. Hey, Emily, Caitlin's here. Hey, Angela, it's so good to see you. Jerry, oh, I'm so sorry if I miss you guys when you tune in. The comments scroll up, but I'm so glad you're here. Please comment if you join us, because I love to see who is here. Okay, I'm just gonna wash my hands real quick. I know that wasn't 20 seconds. I hope nobody was counting, but I just like to get that chicken juice off my hands. Okay, even though I'm gonna still be handling it for a while. Okay, I'm just gonna take a little shallow bowl, and we are going to make the coating for the chicken. And all it is, it's flour, salt, and paprika. Super easy. The flour helps that sauce that we're gonna make later thicken up a little bit. So I'm gonna do it's about a 1/4 cup of flour. I'm just gonna double this just because I can. Then we want a little bit of salt. So since I'm doubling it, I want 3 tablespoons, or I'm sorry, don't do tablespoons, 3 teaspoons of salt. And a 1/2 teaspoon of paprika. Now the paprika adds flavor, and it also adds so much chicken, or so much color to the chicken as it's pan frying. Now I will post the recipe later, so the recipe is not doubled, which is okay. Because I'm sure I won't need all this, because I'm only doing those 4 chicken breasts, but so I'm just going to give it all a quick stir. Just get it all mixed together nicely. Okay, I just want a little plate here, because what I'm going to do now, take a sip of wine. I was going to move it, but I should take a sip while it's there. So we're going to take the chicken. I'm going to flip-flop this here. I'm going to take the chicken, and I'm just going to dredge it right in that flour. Now, I've had a lot of people ask me at cooking classes if I wash the chicken first, and I don't. I used to, until I found out that you're really not any safer by washing the chicken, because when you're cooking it, you're going to that high temperature is going to get rid of any bacteria that's on the chicken. And that raw chicken, by washing it in your sink, you can now spread that chicken into the sink, which will cross-contaminate other things. So you don't want to do that. But you can see the chicken, I'm just giving it a nice coating on both sides. I keep like fluffing the flour mixture up in between. And yes, I go right in with my fingers. That way I can just kind of smush that chicken down and get a nice dredge and a nice light coating of flour. It's light coating, it's not like a breading. But I always like, sometimes when I'm making this, I usually make a lot of it. And I hate getting halfway through and realizing that I need to make more flour, so I always double it. It doesn't hurt. I know I end up wasting some of it, but okay. And now that chicken is ready. Okay, now I'm washing it for good. So I cook this in my favorite electric skillet. We don't have to do it that way. You can cook it in any fry pan. I like the surface area of this because it's so much and I can do so many pieces at once. And I'm just gonna turn this on to about 350, a little medium. And we're gonna take a stick of butter because I love my butter. Hey Beth, hi Sue. Hi Terry. Vicky's here. Oh my gosh, I missed it. Somebody set their timer on their phone so they know when I'm on. I love that. I missed it. I can just see the comment. So I'm just cutting the butter in half. I want about 4 tablespoons to start with. Now I'm going to saute the chicken in butter and olive oil. That butter is going to give a great flavor, but butter can actually burn pretty quickly. So if I mix both, I'm going to do about 3 tablespoons of olive oil. Don't you love how I'm mixing? By the way, my friend Terry said that I should be doing these videos horizontal. I couldn't figure out how to get everything in the picture horizontal. I'll have to practice that. So what do you guys think? Is vertical okay? Or am I too small on your screen? Let me know. Okay, so you can just see I'm melting the butter. We'll just let it melt away. And then we're gonna just pan fry the chicken. It really doesn't take long because we made it nice and thin. This meal would be great with a slice of Barb's bread. Oh my goodness, I made bread for the first time Saturday. I was so proud of myself. So I watched Barb's, if you go to my Facebook page, I shared it. Barb's instructional video on making homemade bread, and it came out amazing. My daughter is obsessed. I made 2 big loaves of bread, and I made 8 little rolls, or not little rolls, big rolls, like hamburger sized rolls, and I only have a half a loaf of bread left. So I think that's gonna probably help with the COVID-15 that they're calling it, which is like the freshman 15. My home office is too close to the refrigerator, I think, so. And plus I'm making all this great food, so I'm eating way too much of it. Okay, so I'm nice and bubbly. So once it starts to bubble up, you wanna make sure your pan is hot, make sure your oil is hot there. And if it was just olive oil, I could just like put a little bit of water into it and it'll sizzle, but now that the butter's in there, it sizzles really nicely. Hey Michelle, hey Carl. Barb says vertical is perfect. Okay, so now I'm gonna take my chicken and I'm gonna gently lay it in there. And because I'm using this great big pan, I can easily fit a whole bunch of them in here. But since I'm only doing the 4, but you can hear it sizzle as I put it in. Okay, I'm gonna let those cook about 3 to 4 minutes. I'll check the other side in just a minute. But while those are sauteing, we're gonna get the rest of our ingredients ready. So, because this is chicken piccata, of course, get my clean knife, of course we need lemon. Lemon, maybe that's why I like this dish so much, because I love lemon, I love the freshness, I love the citrus. And wine, how can you go wrong? Lemon and wine, it's perfect. Speaking of wine, cheers. Okay, so I'm gonna cut up a... No, I'm not calling you, I have my glass of wine. I don't need a refill yet. So I'm gonna just squeeze some fresh lemon. I have a bottled lemon juice here, but whenever I have fresh lemon, I use it because it's just so much better. And I should have told you what I did first. Sometimes when your lemons are really hard to like squeeze and get the juice out of, you roll them like this. And it kind of loosens up all that juice. So that's what I did with these to make it easy. Just squirt. I wish you guys could smell this. I think you can hear that chicken sizzling, which is starting to look really good. Then I'm going to do 2 lemons here. Maybe. Okay. Okay, and that other lemon, I'm going to slice this up because we're going to use this as a garnish. I try and take all the little seeds out of it because nobody wants to bite into a lemon seed. How's everybody doing? Anybody cooking along with me today? I love seeing the comments. I get so many texts and messages of people that are making the food. You may not be cooking with me, but you're making it later. Keep them coming. I love reading them. Okay. So I'm going to set these, put them over to the side. We got about 1/4 cup of lemon juice here. You can always add more if I need to. I'm going to pull this up so we can peek at the chicken. Look how you're getting that nice color there. I think I need just another minute. Okay, so we have our lemon going. Put that to the side here so we can add that later. Oops, I forgot something. A little bit of fresh parsley. Now this is optional. I'm going to use it for garnishing, but whenever I can add a little fresh herbs to the top of a dish and sprinkle it on, it just adds that extra oomph that you want. We don't need a lot, but they smell good. I was kind of disappointed when I went grocery shopping this weekend. I got the last one, and it didn't look all that good in the grocery store, but it's nice and fresh. Okay, I'm just gonna like chop that up a little bit. Nice little rough chop. I don't want big giant pieces of parsley. Okay. I'm going to put that over to the side because we'll need that in a minute. Okay, the chicken, I'm switching plates. Let me get rid of our dirty chicken plate and put a fresh one out. Oh, you just saw, did you squeeze the lemon? I didn't do the lemon into the chicken yet. I'm still sauteing the chicken. I just put the lemon aside. I'll show you how to make the sauce in just a minute. They are still just cooking in the butter and oil. Oh, now we're perfect. I don't know if you guys can see this, but the color on that chicken is beautiful. It's just so pretty. You want those little bits of brown that are actually in the sauce. That's what adds all the flavor. So we're actually going to scrape all those little brown bits up, and we're going to make the sauce right in this pan as soon as the chicken is done. I put my lemons in the microwave for 30 seconds. That's a really, really great idea too. It works. So if they're really like not super ripe and you need to like squeeze them like that, roll them, put them in the microwave for 30 seconds. This makes it so much easier to squeeze them. All right. Jen Nitsky says you crack me up. I don't know if that's good or bad. I think that's probably bad. That's right. We'll drink to that one. Now the sauce is the best part of this dish. But that's the part where you kind of have to taste it as you make it. Because I use lemon juice, I use white wine, and my recommendation for white wine is use what you like to drink. It usually calls for a dry white wine, but I prefer Pinot Grigio or a Riesling, so that's what I use. And you know what? All the alcohol actually burns off, but you get that great like flavor in the sauce. But don't use a cooking wine. Just use a wine that you would like actually drink out of a glass. Although then we're eating our wine instead of drinking it. So I say a little bit of wine for the dish, a little bit of wine for the cook. That's all good, right? Okay, I'm gonna give this chicken a quick peek. Now the secret with this is I want to cook this chicken almost all the way. I'm going to turn it down a hair because I think we're in good shape here. And I'm going to remove the chicken from the pan. I'll move the pan over in a minute so you can see it. But I'm just putting this right on a platter. You can cover it and keep it warm if you want. But we're going to make the sauce right in this same pan. Easy cleanup. Now, as I said, I like all those little brown bits. So I want to scrape them up if they stuck on the bottom, because that is the important part of adding so much flavor to this dish. Because that little bit of flour that we use to coat the chicken is going to help this thicken up slightly. Okay, easy peasy. Take my lemon juice, pour it right in. I'm going to do about an equal part of white wine. I don't normally measure this, so you'll see as we go through. I'll taste it and I'll say, oh, it needs a little more lemon. Oh, it needs a little more wine. Okay, now I use that other half a stick of butter and I put it right into this pan. I kept all the butter and oil that was in here and I just added a little bit more butter to it. And that cold butter is gonna cool the pan down so it doesn't like cook too hard and too fast. Hi, Dean. Hey, Steve. Hi, Jim. I'm missing a bunch of you guys, but I'm so glad you're all here with me. Because this is a dish you'll want to make. Now, I told you earlier that I would give you a tip if you're like making this for company or you're entertaining. You can do all of this that I'm doing. Remove the chicken, put it on a platter, a plate, cover it with foil, kind of try and keep it a little bit warm. You can even make your sauce. And when you're ready to have dinner, you just heat up that sauce, add the chicken to the pan, and you're not spending any time at all in the kitchen while your company is here, and then you can really enjoy. Okay, so the butter is melting. Now I like a lot of sauce, especially if I'm gonna serve it over a pasta or rice, or tonight I think we're gonna have broccoli, which will be so good with this sauce. So I poured a little bit over the broccoli. So I always do a little extra sauce, but let's taste it and see. Okay, I've turned it down to kind of a medium-low heat. It's good. A little lemony for me. I love lemon. Needs a little more wine. So do I. How about you guys? Join me. But that's where this dish is beautiful, because you really can't mess it up. If you added too much lemon, and I used the fresh lemon juice, so that is obviously really flavorful, add a little bit more wine. We can add a little more butter if we want to. You want that rich and buttery? Do you want it really tangy? That's how you decide. No, that's good. That's good. Now, what I'm doing is I'm bringing it to a little bit of a boil, and I'm stirring it as I go. It will thicken slightly, not a lot. I don't want a thick sauce, but I don't want something that's really watery, because that chicken is now going to go back into this sauce, and it's going to finish cooking. Well, I can see it's nice and it's starting to thicken up a little bit. That's what happens when you add the heat. That little bit of flour kind of activates that thickening. Okay, I just have a spatula. You could whisk it, you could spoon it. I'm gonna add the chicken right back into here. And I actually like to get both sides of the chicken, so I like turn it, coat it, turn it back over, just so I get it nice and flavorful. Now, I might have made a little more sauce, but remember, I only have 4 chicken breasts here. Actually, I only have 2 chicken breasts here that we cut them in half, but they're big. They're nice size. Okay. They look nice. Now, remember all those lemons that I cut up? I actually put them right into this pan, and I mix them in between the chicken. I'll layer them right in there. And that adds a lot of extra lemon flavor that I love so much. And the part that not everybody likes, trust me, it's my favorite part, is I use capers. Oh my gosh, capers add that wonderful briny saltiness to this dish it really needs. And because I like them so much, can you see what I'm doing? I use a lot of them. And I just pour them right over. See if I can pull this down to show you a little bit more. Can you see that okay? That looks good. Now, not everybody likes to eat capers. That's okay. You don't actually have to eat them. You can kind of brush them off. That's what's so nice about them, is they're just like, they're not peas, but you know, they look like little peas. And you can brush them off, but you still get the flavor. Okay, I'm gonna turn it down. I'm at 250 now. And I am putting the lid on. And I'm just gonna let this sit for a few minutes. And all those sauces, so if you have a regular fry pan, just put a lid on the top, let it just heat up. All those juices are gonna like go and incorporate into the chicken. Hey, Steph Dizio, Yum, one of my favorites. It is me too. Hey Beth, oh Marco's here. So now I got a kind of a hot mess over here, but I'm gonna let this go. And then, just for a few minutes, I'm gonna pull it out and show you what it looks like. Now remember, this didn't take long at all, right? And we have half of the meal ready for tomorrow because we have that chicken in the crock pot. So we're like 2 for 1 here. What time is it? Been about a half an hour. So this dish, if you're not like talking and drinking wine through the whole thing, it'll take you maybe 20 minutes tops. So I'm gonna get a little platter and show you how this looks. Okay, I might not pull all of it out. I think I'm gonna pull one out. Yeah, that looks good. See how nice that looks? And I wanna get lots of that sauce on there. You can see how that sauce has thickened up just enough that it's not runny, but it glazes the chicken. And that, my friends, is chicken picatta. Trust me, you'll love it. I know you will. I can't wait to hear if you make it. Let me know. And tune in tomorrow for another family favorite, chicken divine. So, cheers. Love you guys. Thanks for watching.